everybody, I'm Heather Dawson. And it turns out the Golden State ranks pretty high for some categories you might not know about. That's the theme of this week's headlines around the state. So let's take a tour. Well, it turns out the Southern California commute isn't so bad after all, if you're traveling by air, that is. San Diego International Airport and LAX both earned a spot on the list of the country's best airports based on the timeliness of flights and lack of delays. Well, Orange County also made the cut when it came to the nation's best beaches. Both Newport and Laguna Beach were given 5 stars from the Natural Resources Defense Council. Now, the council ranked over 200 American beaches based on water quality. Well, another ranking, San Francisco came in 5th place when it comes to dog-friendly U.S. cities. According to Rent.com, San Francisco boasts plenty of pet-friendly dining in addition to off-leash beaches and outdoor areas. San Francisco came in behind Houston, Boston, Chicago, and New York City. Well, Entrepreneur Magazine reveals 10 of the leading cities conducive to starting or growing a business, and San Diego is one of them. The SoCal city topped the ranks based on its government incentives, population growth, affordability of commercial rent, and openness to new ideas. Well, some more good news for business. According to Forbes magazine, the Santa Barbara, Santa Maria, and Goleta areas are some of the best places to start a career. Well, for a 9th year in a row, Warner Brothers movies have grossed more than $1 billion internationally, with no small thanks to a boy wizard named Harry Potter. But there's so much more to Burbank than big movie studios, as we found out in this week's Spotlight on Burbank. Long before movie and TV studios became the economic soul of the city of Burbank, lifelong resident Les Rosenberg remembers a simpler time.
It was a farming community at first. I remember just as a kid, a lot of farmed land and milk, dairies out here and things. And we had 3 canneries here that canned all the produce that was grown here. But what happened to change it seemed like, was as World War II started approaching us.
And it wasn't long before the movie industry made a big impact on the area.
Back in the 1920s, and about 1927 we had First National Pictures, which later became Warner Brothers Studios. They came in and seemed like the studios kind of migrated here, so we had more business.
Today you can find NBC, Disney, and Warner Brothers Studios in Burbank. There's not a location on the planet that can't be recreated right here in Burbank. After you take the tour, you can stop by for a bite to eat at one of the city's unique restaurants, many owned by celebrities like Joe Mantegna, who took a break from acting in such hits as The Godfather 3, Criminal Minds, and The Simpsons to bring a taste of his native Chicago to Burbank with his wife Arlene.
I'm a really good cook, and I really couldn't get the Italian beef sandwich, so we just started making it for ourselves, and everybody said you should make this, you should sell this, and it was like someday, and it was finally, it was today is someday. And
my kind of town, Chicago is.
Italian beef sandwiches, deep dish pizza pies, just a few signature dishes that have made a taste of Chicago a success, satisfying cravings of homesick Midwesterners, celebrities, and others just wanting to sample some Windy City delight.
Because our whole goal was to kind of introduce this to the people in California, because this is a state of so many people who've come from so many other places as well.
But you'll have to travel to Burbank because there are no plans to expand unless you count the customers' waistbands.
I judge how good the food is by how many napkins I have used, you see, and I've only begun to fight.
From Burbank, I'm Heather Dawson. On any given Tuesday or Sunday in San Francisco, you can get your hands on some of Northern California's finest and freshest foods. Monique Sultani shows us why the Ferry Buildings Farmers Market is getting worldwide attention.
When you think San Francisco, you think the Golden Gate Bridge, cable cars, and Fisherman's Wharf.
It's our first day here and we want to see the city. Maybe Fisherman's Wharf to start with. Have a look at Alcatraz across the bay. Go over the Golden Gate Bridge to Sausalito. What else?
What else? One Bay Area landmark has truly stood the test of time. Folks flock to the Ferry Building in San Francisco to get their fill of fresh foods.
It's amazing. Lots of artisan, natural products, real food, real down to earth, back to nature, how food should be.
And if you think the Ferry Building's a lesser known landmark, well, don't tell the tons of tourists that have traveled around the world to cross it off their checklist.
We have a fabulous fashion editor called Paula Ryan, and she's done a write-up in one of her Simply Living magazines, and we're doing her tour that she does when she comes to San Francisco.
But before this building was in style, it was a destination for transportation, opening in 1898 as a hub for commuters traveling from the East and North Bays. In 2003, the Ferry Building got an upscale facelift, reopening as a gourmet marketplace, office building, and home of San Francisco's most well-known farmers market.
You know, to see it in the variety and the bulk, here you see it more in bulk in New Zealand. Some of the little things like the squash and the zucchini flowers and different things like that.
Different variety of carrots.
Yeah, so
And
just more variety probably than what we've got.
I've never seen those before.
Yeah.
Purple capsicums.
What are those?
Capsicums. Peppers?
Peppers.
What do you call them? Peppers?
No matter what you call them, if you come to the Ferry Building, you can count on a celebration of local culture and cuisine. Bringing you the best in California.
Is that trolley?
From San Francisco's most famous Ferry Building, I'm Monique Saltani.
And San Francisco City Guides currently offer regular walking tours of the Ferry Building at noon on Saturdays and Tuesdays. Tours are free and coincide with the Ferry Plaza Farmers Market. And coming up next, we'll take you to a walk of fame that has nothing to do with Hollywood and everything to do with riding waves and hanging 10. The U.S. Open of Surfing isn't just a place where you find today's best surfers competing, it's also a place where the surfers of yesteryear are honored for their past accomplishments. The Surfing Walk of Fame and Hall of Fame pay homage to surfers who paved the way. Jonathan Camus has more.
The 16th annual Surfers Walk of Fame inducted 5 new members. Their plaques now enshrined outside Jack's Surfboards in Huntington Beach. They were honored for individual awards, including the godfather of pro surfing, Fred Hemmings, who currently serves as a state senator in Hawaii.
I know the great blessing in my life is partially who I am. I am a surfer. I'm most grateful for being here today and getting the recognition and having the honor of you remembering me and my small part in this great sport and culture of surfing. Thank you so much.
When these Walk of Famers rode their first waves, some over 50 years ago, they had no idea just how big surfing would become.
These young girls, there's just thousands of them now, and it's so great at home when I take my kids down the beach surfing. Sometimes there can be more girls out in the water than guys. It's so exciting.
Fans gathered the next day for the 12th annual Surfers Hall of Fame ceremony, which saw 4 surfing icons become immortalized in cement. Inductees included Bruce Brown, who directed the surfing masterpiece The Endless Summer, and Joey Baran, the first California surfer to win a World Tour event.
This is as good as it gets for an overview of a career, and I'm actually kind of at a loss for words today. I'm pretty humbled by it all.
Pat O'Connell reflected on how surfing affected his life.
Surfing is a somewhat selfish and sport that you kind of live and do it on your own, and a lot of relationships and friends and family sort of get left to the side when you're going surfing, and the fact that they understand it and can kind of celebrate that with you means a lot.
Bringing you the best of California from Surf City, I'm Jonathan Camus.
Women go through many unique issues that involve menopause, aging, hormones, and overall wellness. Joining us today is Dr. Contessa Metcalf, of Bravo's Married to Medicine, who is teaming up with Secret to share timely tips for helping women through life's transitions. Welcome, Doctor. Thank you for joining us today.
And thank you for having me.
So women go through many changes in their lifetime. What is the key to empowering women as they navigate these changes?
Women do go through many changes in their life. And we're always talking about hormonal changes from pregnancy, but when it comes to menopause and perimenopause, we don't really talk about those changes. And so the symptoms like hot flashes and, shifts in body odor can frankly catch women by surprise. But empowerment, it really starts with awareness, knowing what to expect and feeling supported. And that is why I'm partnering with Secret. Now, Secret understands how important it is to provide women with the tools and confidence they need to navigate these changes and feel their best every day.
So how can women meet some of these challenges?
It's really all about preparation and understanding. And one proven technique is using Secret Clinical Antiperspirant and Secret Whole Body Deodorant together. Now, this dynamic duo is specifically designed to manage the symptoms many women face during hormonal changes, like excessive sweating and changes in body odor. And when used at night, now this regimen can provide up to 10 hours of overnight dry feel, which means fewer interruptions from night sweats and even less reliance on things like fans. And it's just a simple step that can help women feel more comfortable as a part of their nightly routine.
What are some of the changes that impact wellness?
Yes, well, I know them quite well because I'm going through a lot of them myself. We talked about the changes in body odor and the hot flashes and the night sweats, which again can lead to sleep disruptions and of course limited sleep, which messes with your whole next day, right? And all of these can be attributed to perimenopause and menopause. And so developing a nightly routine can actually make a real difference. And one tip that may surprise people is that your antiperspirant is more effective at night. And so we recommend starting your sweat and odor protection before bed. I love that Secret Clinical Antiperspirant and Whole Body Deodorant are designed to work overnight, offering that 10 hours of dryness, which can mean fewer night sweats and a more restful night's sleep.
Well, we really appreciate you talking about these issues that women can have. Where can we go for more information?
Well, for more information about feeling empowered through life's transitions, go to secret.com.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for joining us today. I'm Evelyn with Coast to Coast.
Kopiko is a dose of caffeine. It's made from Indonesia, from 100% volcanic coffee beans.
In fact, Kopiko is present in more than 100 countries. 2 pieces of Kopiko Focus delivers 80 mg of caffeine, and the 80 mg of caffeine equal to 1 large cup of coffee. Just imagine having it in the morning and getting, to be focused and getting through your day. And it's very exciting. It's a very unique product, specially designed and developed, keeping the US consumer in mind, and especially keeping in mind the Gen Z, the kind of needs that they have, and Kopiko delivers that.
We do a promo, which is you just buy Kopiko $2.99. Then what happens? You will get free gasoline up to $70.
Wow.
It is only for the college students. College kids, they are trendsetters. They are juggling with a lot of things. They need caffeines anytime, anywhere.
So I seen on TikTok that they were giving out free gas to students, so I'm like, why not? I need some gas, bro. These finals have me going a little bit crazy.
I was gonna go get coffee or do something for my lunch, and this is 5 minutes from class. So I came here, and they're actually pretty good. I like them a lot.
This is the pack of Kopiko, very convenient. So 1 pack consists of 4 pieces. And because of the concept is coffee anytime, anywhere, so convenience store is just perfect for them. Grab it, just go. I think go for it, try the products. I believe you will like it. So again, we want to revolutionize the way people take their coffee.
We tried it. We love Kopiko.
It was really good.
And it's an exciting time for innovation. Joining us here today is Danielle Campos. She is the Dean of the Schultz School of Entrepreneurship at the University of St. Thomas, who is there with Sobek Nayak, who is a UC Irvine student. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Sobek, first tell us about your business concept and how it all came about.
Yeah, so we are basically building smart glasses for engineers.
we saw that in engineering industry, there's a lot of problems of time wastage or like human errors due to distraction that comes through accessing documentation or looking through a bunch of clipboards, papers. That's why we thought, since smart glass as a computing platform is advancing, we'll combine that with all the new age AI technologies and create something for the engineers so that they will be able to work faster, save those money for the businesses. Millions of dollars are being wasted. And that's what we are here to solve.
What made your team feel the need to make this product?
Yes, so I think it comes from our story as well. Our whole team has been a team of engineers. We have worked in research labs. We have worked in rocket team. I personally have worked in a rocket team where I used to do all of this in order to build like an avionics bay. We had to look through documentation, clipboards, computers, and all those things, which led to a lot of human error because I have to follow a procedure and do it. So that sometimes becomes hard. That's why if we are facing that error, we thought other people are facing it too. Why not ask them? Then we went on to talk with almost 100 plus engineers from the industry, from different companies, from bigger R&D companies. And once we talked with them, we got to know at least 70% of them said that this is the issue. Because most of them, when they're working on the field, they have to access so many stuff at one time that they sometimes makes error, which leads to bad business decisions and like loss of money. So that's why we felt that this is a very important thing that needs to be done. And since other businesses have tried to do it and have failed, we thought with the technology that's advancing in today's world, with the AI stuff that's coming out, we thought we have to innovate in that sector. Because the older technology it didn't work, but now with the newer age technologies, we would be able to innovate something better.
Okay, Danielle, tell us about eFest and the exciting things happening at the Schultz Entrepreneur Challenge.
Yes, eFest is a weekend full of entrepreneurship competitions supporting the top 25 teams from undergraduate universities across the nation. They came in yesterday and we kicked it off with the Pitch Slam competition. It's a 90-second elevator pitch and we actually awarded $10,000 to the top team. Today, all of the teams will be competing in the Innovation Challenge. We actually switched the students up. We're going to form intercollegiate teams. They're going to be given a problem that's a secret, and they only have a few hours to come up with an innovative solution to this problem. They're going to be pitching their ideas tonight for a chance to win an additional $15,000. Then tomorrow is our third competition, the Showcase, the Schultz Entrepreneurship Challenge. It's a traditional business pitch competition. All teams will be pitching in the morning and we'll select the top 5 teams to compete in the championship round tomorrow afternoon for the chance to win a cash prize of $50,000.
Danielle, you have 25 teams across America competing for one of the most prestigious collegiate pitch competitions ever in the U.S. How stiff is the competition?
It's incredibly difficult, especially this year. We had 200 applications from over 100 different universities. We have a variety of ideas and they are all phenomenal. All of these teams definitely could make it big. They're doing great work here. And it's an incredibly challenging process. It's very competitive. We have 25 teams that come here and they're selected through a submission process that includes a written business concept plan as well as a pitch. We have an expert panel of judges that had the hard job of narrowing it down to those 25 teams.
Okay, so Sovak, should your team win the competition and $50,000, what will you do with the money?
I think we would definitely put it into our R&D process. We are going through how to make better hardware, better design, make it sleeker. People would love it. Engineers would love to wear it and not just make it another smart glass, which people wouldn't love it. So that's what we are aiming for. And I would definitely, with my team, amazing team, Manush and Anushka, they're also amazing. And all three of us are solely focused on bringing the technology out, bettering the prototype, what we have right now. Make the best classes and then take it to the engineer so that they can enjoy it.
This is such an exciting time. So Danielle, where can people get more information about eFest and the Schultz Challenge?
Absolutely. We encourage all of you to follow us on social media, whether it's Instagram or LinkedIn at e-fest. Search that. You should pull it up and you can follow the competition in real time. Also, feel free to visit to learn more about the Schultz School at the University of St. Thomas. Feel free to Google stthomas.edu. You'll find the Schultz School and all we have to offer there.
Thank you both so much for being here, and best of luck with the competition. For Coast to Coast, I'm Lisa Spalla.
And that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, just go to our website. We'll see you next time.